This started out as a kid's bed in a jet ski and is now a mini jet boat. Over the next 2 days, we'll be boating more than 100 miles to explore a series of remote, hidden lakes. But it wasn't gonna be that easy. Whew, I am soaked. I built this boat myself, and honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. Even after multiple days of testing, I still haven't managed to figure out how to keep this boat from sinking. So before I get stranded in no man's land, it's time to make some serious improvements. Last time we had the vet out, my buddy Will at Bum sank it, and we learned the hard way that this thing is not watertight. There's a giant hole right here. There's a gap right here. So we're gonna split the hull and make a much better seal. First, I have to disconnect 6 bolts, then I hoist the bed off the jet ski. Off with the old weather stripping, time for some new stuff. This is made for auto and marine. Hopefully this will have a tighter seal. New seal's on. If you have a better idea on how to seal this, please let me know in the comments. Okay. Time to put the car on, and then we'll build a hood for it. The bed attaches to the hull with 6 bolts. It's pretty sturdy until you hit a wave. With the new weather stripping, it's sealed so much better, but there's still a couple areas that need some help. So there's a gap right here in between the body panels. So I'm gonna fill it with the silicone. Should work pretty good. I'm not sure what lets more water in, the body being multiple pieces, or the seal between the hull and the bed. Silicone worked perfect. I should have done that right off the bat before we even took it out and sank it. Okay, next, this is not a joke. So I'm going to wrap the entire perimeter of the car in flex tape. The inside of the car body is foam, so it won't sink entirely, but it will sink enough to fill the engine with water. Next, I need a hood and a windshield, so I'm using leftover plastic from the hovercraft build. Pretty simple, just zip tied into place. Windshield turned out great. Depending on how this functions, I will make a fiberglass version of this. This is just a rough draft for now. And I changed my mind on sealing off the back of the boat. So this is how we're gonna run it. Just the seat cushion, piece of wood under it, and that platform for gear storage. Where we're going is remote, and I want to be able to look down and see if there's any water pouring in so I can get to shore really quick and not sink. At least that's the idea. All right, everything's loaded, car's ready, I've got my extra grass, I have my camping gear. Let's head to the lake. Oh, and the weather is perfect. The plan for today is to cross that lake. It's the second biggest lake in Idaho, 25 miles long. So do 25 miles across it, then another 25 miles up the river to an island and set up camp at the island. But I don't know, guys, it looks pretty rough. Going slow through big waves is no big deal. My worry though is hitting a wave hard enough that it messes up the seal in between the car and the body. Because when I first built the boat, I let a random guy at the boat ramp drive it, and he hit a wave hard enough to where it separated the body from the hull, and it started leaking so bad. Water was just pouring in. I just really don't want to sink this boat. Okay, we're almost to the boat ramp. I'll see you there. So it's a lot windier than I thought it was gonna be. We're just in one bay of a very large lake that we have to cross to get to the river, to get to the other lakes where we're camping tonight. I just hope we can make it to the camp spot tonight. Alright guys, I made it to the middle of the lake. I have no business being out here right now. I have to go all the way over there. I'm glad I have a life jacket on. I'm worried to shut the engine off just in case it doesn't start back up. The lake probably doesn't look rough on camera, but it's pretty rough in this boat. Alright, we gotta hit it because there's nowhere to camp on the lake. It's all private property. So we have to make it to the river system just so we can sleep tonight. guys, we're definitely not gonna make it to the island that I was planning on camping on tonight. No way. I'm just gonna rip up the river a little bit, and the first good camp spot I find, we're gonna pull off there. Found a really cozy section of the river. I just need to look on OnX to see what is public land. So this is really cool. I'm on X, and it will tell you what's public land and what's private. So everything around me is public right now, so I can camp wherever. This looks like a great camp spot. Heck yeah. Nice fire ring. I bet the fishing is so good back here. Don't really have time for that. I need to get set up.